Tent City, Kelowna. What's the date today?
12th, I think.
October 12th.
There's
Beautiful day, sunny. Good time to be camping.
Look at all those bikes.
Yeah, it's like a bike rack.
For a frame.
It's a frame rack.
Frame rack.
Oh yeah. They're doing some landscaping here, city. And then there's a little extra landscaping right there. Just for added flair, right?
I mean, this is kind of like nice.
Yeah, they got some plants. Nicer than your backyard. No, you still got plants. We weren't away yet, right?
Yeah, how doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm living like you read about it, man. Potting like a rock star, fucking like a porn star.
It's a nice day out, huh? You enjoying that sunshine?
Trying to, man.
Yeah.
Living like the goddamn dream, man.
Living the dream. Yeah, yeah. Where are you from?
Hell.
I don't know. Is that in, what province is that in?
Hell.
All right. Cheers, man. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, everyone up.
Good, good. Hey, there's like one of those hanger things, you know, you can get for like deposit, right? I had one of those. Oh, we got a traffic. Oh yeah, so remember the division, right? The X's, so it was tent site, and then X site, gaps, you can see the X's. And yeah, so they all like got spaces now. Yeah, so because of moving, doing half the site spaces and half not, essentially they're full. It's full capacity unless you're like going where like you put the X's, right? So it's freaking full capacity. So that's why they probably did it, as well as like making it nice and more separated and not having, they don't want like all the people in one big tent site, all like tent on tent on tent. It makes
Like
more.
you said, no, it's full.
Look at all the flowers in this one, but it's full. I mean, that's, but also it is gives separation, so more visual. So like you can't like hide things as much, right? And collect as much junk because you're limited in size. So this one's using the almost the full. It's a good tent. This one's been sewn up. That would be bad when it rains, right? Well, that's just a canopy, right? That's it up. Oh, selling fall. The house to the house wall. That's, remember that car rolled over a guy, drove right over him in the night.
Yeah.
Remember that one in the story?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, there was a, you know, the guy went to court for it,
Yeah.
right? And then he was convicted of drunk driving, not homicide, or with intent, or first or second degree murder, or even manslaughter. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was a little manslaughter too, but I think it was just drunk driving.
Driving. Well, that's what someone said.
Yeah, remember I did a story on it, and the guy emailed me. Oh, look at that. That's a good idea. It was break the whole rack. Yeah. Man, the weather's so nice today. Hi guys. Water and snacks?
Yeah.
How often do you guys come down here to do that?
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Are you guys with a club or an association, or just do it personally?
Indigenous harm reduction team.
Indigenous what?
Harm reduction team.
Harm reduction team. How many's on your team?
It fluctuates. I think about 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because everybody's volunteers, just trying to get out and.
It's not volunteer.
Oh, it's a program through the First Nations on the Kelowna. What side? Where the west?
Yeah, we're in partnership with KFS.
KFS.
Yeah, Kelowna Friendship Society.
French?
Kelowna Friendship Society.
Friendship Society. Oh, okay. I was thinking the Francophone one, but yeah.
Oh,
Cool, guys. All right.
All right, take care.
Cheers.
The water, snacks, harm reduction.
You notice how like they made the sites X's, nobody's part, you know, tent. They're trying to create space and more visual openness and not having them, you know, go into one site. Oh, there's a buddy. But now essentially because of those gaps.
Some syringes and such.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, sandwich water too. What kind of sandwich is ready?
Just peanut butter.
Cool. Can I get two?
Let's see, if you're another person, I really got one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, good.
That's okay, I can use it.
Oh, okay.
Bigger one sandwich, yeah. Okay, thank you.
So because they made the gaps and they don't want people like all on the same site, essentially the place is full.
Yeah.
So anybody new coming is going to be like, well, I have to go where X is, and then the bylaw will come every 2 weeks to come. Well, they're here all the time, but they do their shuffle. So now, you know, what are they, because the X, so what are they going to do when there's people on the X sites now? Like the place is full, and can they set a limit? Or are they going to start, they're going to, like, I need to park somewhere, you know?
Yeah, we'll have to go to the other side, yeah.
Other side here? Well, they do that shuffle every 2 weeks. They make everybody move everything so they can make sure people don't hoard too much. Whatever they can move is all they can manage. You know?
This was just all new. We just thought of.
Yeah, this was, I know, this was done like in the last 5-6 days or whatever. I was here when they were doing it. Yeah. I do like news down here and try to figure out, you know, what's working, what's not, right? And so.
Yeah, definitely just like full today.
Yeah, well, it's only going to get worse until the winter anyways, right? Yeah. What are the hoses for? Is that a type of like
For inhalation.
inhalation of what type, like any type of drug, or just like?
Yeah, or making a bomb. Or
Oh, like just for weed or whatever? Yeah. But yeah, people
side down.
you're just trying to give them clean supply. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, that's what.
Because they're going to end up using the same thing over and over and over otherwise.
Yeah,
Use.
to prevent, yeah, like using these things, you know, if they become a bundle, they have no idea what's in it.
On
And
that
go
fucking
down.
thing? Get the fuck out of here, Matt. You're fucking taking video right now?
I'm recording, yeah.
So you should, like, tell people that. Like, it's alright, actually.
I'm filming at a public space and I'm trying to figure out what's going on and work with the city and the bylaw and the police so everybody's.
It's illegal.
No, it's not illegal to film.
You can't even use your video. You know that?
No, it's in
You
a
don't
public
tell
space.
people that you're taking a video of them.
No, you're in a public space. I don't have to tell
You
people.
have a right to say no, that we don't want to be videoed.
Well, you don't know the rules, okay? You're in a public
Well, she
space.
sounds like she's uncomfortable with these videos. It would be a kind gesture to like, thank you.
So yeah, they give them all, you know, all the things to deal with the drugs, right? Like all that. So that's what the safe supply is. That's what they're doing. Is food and drinks and safe supply of all the instruments. You know, anything to smoke, intake, needles. The first guy asked for needles. I mean, so the question is this solution ever worked in Vancouver? You know, giving free drugs, free supply, free everything. Has this helped reduce anything and reduce the fentanyl deaths? But you still can't stop fentanyl being laced and everything. Remember we just heard about that, how many people were dying from fentanyl when we were traveling on the radio?
This is all just I mean, this is the product, though, right? Of like how these people grew up, probably, and like the trauma that they've endured in life.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
just giving people needles.
anyone can end up here, but at the same time, it perpetuates it. It feels like it just keeps it going forever until somebody dies of fentanyl, right?
What are they supposed to do?
I don't know. This is the tough thing. People need a safe place so they can get a job. See, they need to be able to leave their things and have security, not having people steal stuff. I think that's important. So then they're like, I can leave my home and go to a work job, right? I don't think people can feel comfortable leaving their stuff to get stolen, and that's the problem. Nobody can go to work, along with the shuffle twice a week, right? Or once a week.
Well, I don't think
No, I'm gonna wait
they
until
manage
it's
a job like that, 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, I don't know much
a lot
about.
of, like, mental health.
Yeah, and then but they're all getting paid $1,000, right, every 2 weeks by the government, right? Like that individual I met before. Assistance, as well as handicap assistance. That's a whole other thing, right? Yeah. Anyways, remember we saw this. This is getting a lot more stuff. A lot more stuff. I think there was a guy in there.
Yeah, I think there was. He was saying something about his storage.
What did he say?
Still talking about it.
I can still hear it in the background. Yeah, yeah. She just went at it. That's illegal. No, it's not illegal. You're in a public space. Not in your private property, unfortunately. They don't have private property. And there's always going to be a few commenters, a few Karens on there. You know, Marcel, what are you doing out there filming? It's for you guys, so you see what the hell's going on down here. Like, do you see it? Do you see it? Because if you don't know about it, you need to know about this, right? It all comes down to, I'm aware of it, but thousands and thousands of Canadians are not, and it's getting worse and worse. Last year, this tent city was half the size, remember?
Yeah.
I'd be curious how big it's going to be this winter, because winter is harder to survive. But so there should be less, but imagine it doesn't. Like last year in the winter, it goes down to what? There was like 30, right? Versus 200.
Yeah.
So I bet this winter it's going to be at least 100. Like it will be at least half of this, which means it's more than tripled from last year. So this is what's happening under our NDP liberal regime. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Anyways, Irnieracing News, guys, hope you're paying attention. And this is not just in Tent City. There is people high on drugs, meth, and fentanyl, and everything else, just right down to bus stops right downtown on Bernard, in the city, on the city boardwalk, of course along the streets here, and people are stealing shit. I had a pair of my sandals were stolen at down at Knox Mountain like this summer. I had my generator. The guy tried to steal my generator off the back of the rig. It was locked, but he was trying to pull it off. He undid the straps and stole the straps. And I had a guy try to steal the straps off my dirt bike and try to steal the baggage off my dirt bike. And he did steal the straps and cut the baggage. So like, I've had 3 times I've been robbed or attempted robbery, all from people in the typically living on the streets in bad, dirty clothes and don't have an abode. Irnieracing News.